Hello and welcome to another Company of Heroes 3 game. My name is Fancy Josh, and today I've got a game between RedxWings as our Warmachect and Theodosios as our US player. Map today is going to be Crossing in the Woods. Classic Company of Heroes 2 map. Got these fairly major cutoff points here in the middle, connecting you to that entire half of the map. We'll definitely see players diving onto these. Fights tend to focus around the center, and then players will rotate off the center objective and try to pick up one side or the other. Occasionally, you'll see players spread all the way out, trying to form a front line, but those types of setups tend to be unstable. German focused heavily on this left side, going to capture all his fuel and territory basically all at the same time. Scouts trying to slow him down. US player, meanwhile, taking his right side of the map. Interesting build from our Warmachect player. 3 pioneers into a sniper. Snipers are pretty uncommon at a high level, just because their cloak isn't nearly as good as it was in previous games. You can't exactly control who they're targeting, and in general, they're better against high net worth units. So, like a squad of 4 elite infantry would be a perfect target for a sniper. But we'll see what he wants to do with that. As long as he can keep it alive, it'll keep getting value for him. I do like 3 pioneers before sniper, though. Gonna give him some capping power. Put some bodies in front of the sniper. Make it possible for it to do its job. US player opening very standard. 2 scouts into 2 riflemen. Other players locked in their battle group yet, so we'll check back in on that. German player setting up sandbags here, making it easier for him to hold the point. Might actually win this fight with 2 pioneers. It's going to be close. Those scouts getting involved as well. US player targeting the pioneers that weren't in cover as they charged. Nice micro by him. Sniper getting involved, going to force the scout squad back probably. Pioneers living forever in these sandbags. That looks like it's going to be the end of that. I'll fight on this right side. Grenadiers being added on here. Gonna shove these riflemen off that center point. This player taking away the Germans' fuel on that left side, that's important. Denying that income to his opponent. Yeah, it's an interesting little opening here. Despite, yeah, so US player adding on a captain here. May see him go straight up to... Well, I think he probably is going to add on another infantry squad before adding on any of his light vehicle buildings. Let's see what he wants to do. He may be going for an early upgrade from that infantry center as well. He's have quite a bit of manpower, so I really wouldn't mind seeing him add something on. Feels like he has something specific in mind. Sniper, 4 kills. Grenadiers gonna win this fight on the right side. Pick up trade fuel back and forth. German player is grabbing his fuel back, but unfortunately for him, losing this capture cutoff point to his opponent. Really like this sniper sitting at maximum range. Now he's paying close attention to it, and he has to because that unit is pretty high investment and really, really easy to lose. Yeah, this is a interesting choice by our US player. He's gone for heavy weapons. And he's adding on a motor pool, but he's floating 600 manpower. Okay, adding on a Jeep now. Maybe he was waiting to see what his opponent wanted to do before choosing to commit to anything. And that's okay. I mean, he's managed to hold what he needs to hold. I mean, he is slightly behind on fuel, but I personally am okay with that. Now, this Jeep, I think this Jeep is specifically to deal with sniper. I think this Jeep's whole job is going to be to hunt down that sniper as soon as he sees it. German player trying to pick up the Jeep here. Might get it. That'd be good for him. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty unfortunate for our US player there. US player is now adding on an engineer. And I expect as soon as he has enough fuel, he's going to go for a Greyhound here. He may go for the half-track, but I don't think he will. AT gun on the field from our German. Ready for those light vehicles from his opponent. Another Jeep here being added on. Again, probably to hunt that sniper. Quiet for now. Both players just kind of taking territory. German focused on the right, US player focused on the left. Rifleman trying to push away these grenadiers from capturing that point. Jeep gonna help out. Sniper sitting back. Wonder if we're going to see that Jeep dive. Probably not. Sniper respecting that Jeep there. Staying way, way back. This player capturing all sorts of territory on the left and has managed to push back his opponent on the right. There goes the Jeep to the AT gun. Yeah, two Jeeps. Nice mines there. I like these deep mines from our German player. He knows that folks want to jump on this sniper, right? His opponent is definitely going to want to dive for this if he gets the opportunity. So he's protecting it with mines. At the same time, he's putting barbed wire on all this cover so that his opponent can't use it. There's some more right there. So bending the map to his will, right? Using every last ounce of micro he can muster to make the map more difficult for his opponent. And you don't have to take it to this extreme in your own games. Adding on just a little bit will go a long way. Greyhound added on here. Gonna push away these grenadiers. Save that fuel point. This is pretty nice from our US player. He does currently have all the fuel. Putting mines on this fuel point here. AT gun repositioning. Yeah, now these mines are serving double duty too. They're protecting the AT gun. They're protecting the sniper. Pretty cool to see. Sniper up to 11 kills. Bet 1. It's got that 15% harder to hit. Or 15%. Yeah, 15% harder to hit. I said it right. It's got that pinning shot, which kills the target and pins the squad. So I think it's just suppressing, right? Oh, it can instantly pin. Oh, no damage. Interesting. Okay. Can you tell I don't see snipers pretty much ever? That 2 scout squad gonna pretty much absolutely wreck this Pioneers at max range there. Sniper coming to save the day. Grenadiers getting pushed off this point over here. Got the Greyhound. Greyhound has both of its abilities upgraded, so it's got increased health. Survived 1 additional shot from that AT gun. And Sniper awful far forward. I guess he does have those grenadiers in front of him, so he's backing them up. That's nice. And players content to trade territory here. Now our US player has done a much better job controlling the victory points. That can really sneak up on you. You know, one minute you're doing fine, and the next minute it's like, oh, I gotta only go for victory points here. That's an advantage that our German players isn't gonna have, right? US player's gonna take that territory, take those victory points, and put them under pressure. Armored car from our German. I love these rad armored cars. They are really, really tanky. Feels like small arms basically don't do anything to them. And their low health does make them susceptible to anti-tank weapons. But if it's not an anti-tank weapon, this thing doesn't care. Grenadiers gonna finish that capture. Armored car protecting this heavy machine gun. ET gun trying to pick away at that scout car. Shooting, looks like he's attacking ground because he knows where it is. Armored car gonna save the AT gun. And Grenadiers are gonna have to bail out. So I think this is a really, really good map for mortars because the fights tend to take place near the middle, and you just have to do a little bit of a rotation to get your units involved. So I wouldn't mind seeing a mortar from either player. This player is adding on some bazooka squads. And bazooka squads are very popular right now, which is such a funny shift for me coming from Company of Heroes 2. I feel like everybody built AT guns. They were absolutely meta. And in this new Company of Heroes 3, it's just... yeah, just those bazooka squads are way more popular. I mean, and the same applies to German armies too. Jaegers, Panzerjägers, right? Anything AT squads, right? And it's a trade-off, of course. The squads are able to capture territory. They can do a little bit of fighting with infantry, although they're not effective at it. You know, they're bodies that are in the way of your opponent. At the same time, they are not as long range, right? They don't do as much damage. So it's that trade-off between damage and mobility and flexibility, right? Fights taking place all over the map here. Player pushing each other's limits. Armored car getting involved, respecting those bazooka squads. Greyhound wants a piece of the armored car. Is gonna get it. Bazooka's hunting a little bit. Looks like our US player may want to go for this cutoff point. Armored car gonna have to respect that those units there. Does have reinforcements here. Heavy machine gun setting up. Sniper ready to go. So nice defense of his cutoff there. Big push on the left side. Probably gonna stop these Grenadiers from capturing that point. It's gonna be really close though. Greyhound backing up his infantry. I love how mobile both players are being with their vehicles, right? They're constantly shifting them around, not getting stuck in one spot, supporting their infantry all over the place. Looks like our Warmachek player just added on this Panzer Grenadier officers, leveling up all those squads, including his armored car and his new Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers, of course, very effective against infantry. Kind of like the change to the unit in this game. It used to be that they were super effective against infantry, and you could basically convert them to be super effective against vehicles, and they've taken that away. Now they're just sort of an elite infantry that carries better into the late game. Armored car. Linking away here. Our German player, or US player, has added on 50 cal machine guns, giving him increased suppression and damage. I really like decals against light armor, light vehicles. Does good work against them. Armor car pushing in here, gonna try and save this squad. Might even get behind the heavy machine gun there. Bazooka squad coming down, gonna stop that from happening. And German's gonna have to give up this position, it feels like. Sniper here helping out, picking off those bazooka squads. Nicely done. Just letting his engineers get suppressed, so when your units get suppressed or pinned, they take less damage for a small period of time. So they can just sit there and tank for him while the sniper picks off units. Sniper up to 18 kills. Our US player did add on his own sniper. Now, if I were our German, I would not be expecting my opponent to add a sniper this late in the game. And so I'd love to see our US player not use his sniper until the last possible second and just simply use it to kill his opponent's sniper. Now, I have not seen a sniper duel in this game. In previous games, it was a one-shot kill. See if that's still the case. Nice pick-off by the sniper. Oh, that was huge. That was really nice. I'm glad I caught that. So that's pretty devastating for our German. I mean, this US sniper is instantly veterancy 1 from 1 kill. Very cool. Grenadiers pushing in. Move away those captains. Bazooka squad's probably going to have to give it up, but just screening for this Greyhound. Left side being captured by the US player while he's slowing down his opponent on the right side. Nicely done there. Mines all over the place. Armored car continuing to be involved. US player stopping this Pioneer squad from taking away his cutoff. Nicely done. Sniper getting involved there. Very cool. Armor car getting into this infantry. Oh, that's cool. US players snipe. The US sniper gets camouflage. Looks like it can have camouflage anywhere, which is really, really powerful. Cal setting up, sniper helping out. Lots of infantry over here getting suppressed. Only one squad picked up there, and those units are going to back off. US player going for that cutoff. Looks like he's greeting a bit. Getting a mine. There is another sniper here. Both players willing to trade snipers. That's so interesting. So our German player has a crap load of fuel here. Adding on self-propelled artillery. This game is awesome. It's just so unusual. So his armored car is from his battle group, which you pretty much never see happen. And then he's added on this self-propelled artillery, which you also never see. So I actually think that self-propelled artillery on a map like this is going to be pretty good. Oh, the flare revealing the sniper. Tragic for our German player. I suspect our US player did see that. It is possible that he missed it. Alright, we got an artillery barrage from the mobile artillery here. What is that, a Wesps? I don't know how to pronounce that. Wesp? Whatever. In any case, barraging here, trying to pick up that AT gun, not going to get it. Grenadiers fighting off riflemen in the middle. Oh man, this is the type of unit, this is the type of artillery that just fires. I don't think you need to barrage. Let me check. No, must use barrage to attack. Okay, I take it back. Short cooldown though. Is that only 30 seconds? Yes, he does have the tracking barrage because he started at level 1 because of the Panzer... Was it the Panzer Grenadier? Yeah, Panzer Grenadier officers here, so that thing came in at 1. around. And annoying here. Armored. Look at the range on that armored car. Massive. AT gun setting up. Gonna force this armored car back. AT gun from the German player also setting up. This is in jeopardy. Yeah, nice pickup by our US player. I think that was a little bit of a mismicro from our German there. Sure he would. Sure he'd love to still have that unit. It's not the end of the world, of course. Wesp. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Wesp. Artillery continuing to barrage here. Using both of his abilities, it looks like. Maximizing his DPS. Cost us some munitions. Panzer Grenadiers gotta go. Should be okay there. Grenadiers covering the retreat. Capturing this cutoff, denying that fuel on the right side. Sniper chilling in the middle, waiting for the US sniper to show its face. Back in base there. Already veteran C2, that's pretty scary. Increased camouflage duration, increased rate of fire. And snipers get scary when they level up, don't they? Oh, barrage hitting that sniper. I love this artillery unit by our German player. I think it's really fun. Heavy machine gun pinning down those bazookas. Not going to let him take back the capture point. German trying to pick up this fuel, but it's not going to happen. German also trying to pick up this fuel. Getting pinned down by that 50 cal. So I'm going to give that up for a minute. This player adding on another rifleman here. And wow. This has been a really cool game. Alright, Panthers available to our German player here. He is a little ways away from that. Does have the Panzer Company unlocked. He just needs another 20 fuel, so he'll have it in about a minute or two here, depending on if he can pick up another fuel point. Artillery hanging out, getting involved. German player continuing to deny this center point here. With a single heavy machine gun. Sniper helping out. Barrage coming in. Grenade. Bail out. Almost picked it up there. Both players doing an excellent job keeping their armies alive. I mean, look at those Vet 3 scouts. That's simply incredible. It's not something you see very often. Brawl here in the middle. Barrage continuing to help out. Grenadiers pushing forward. Maybe trying to get Panzerfaust on that scout car. Not going to happen. Riflemen are going to win this fight, it looks like. AT gun rotating to the right side. Grenadiers fighting over here. He's going to take that fuel on the right side, it looks like, but he's not going to have it for very long, even if he gets it. Oh, didn't quite finish the capture. Is going to finish it now. Bail out. Nicely done. Sniper for our German still hanging out, waiting for his moment. Technically, our US player, yeah, he should know about it. I mean, it does have a kill. And he did see it with the flare. Panzer IV. Panzer, yeah. So I'm curious. Well, okay. I guess it makes sense, right? Our German player hasn't seen any tanks. Okay, I take it back. What I was about to say is maybe our German's thinking is that he hasn't seen any tanks. And he needs more anti-infantry. So that's why he's gone for the Panzer IV. On the flip side of that, you know, we know, and our German should know too, that our US player is probably getting very close to a Pershing. And I'll bet you, you know, there's no reason our German player wouldn't know that. So I question the decision to do a Panzer IV with a Pershing around the corner. At the same time, if you can get some good mileage out of this Panzer IV, I think it's going to be just fine. So, it's, you know, it's the call he made, right? Player securing this left side. Gonna bail out with all his pioneers. West self-artillery, self-propelled artillery gonna barrage the middle probably. Panzer IV defending this artillery unit. Shove back those riflemen. Panzer Grenadiers on the right side fighting some engineers. Captain getting involved here. It's not a place I would want to be as a grenadier. Panzer Grenadiers rushing these engineers, they're gonna bail. This player gonna pick up that fuel on the left. Sniper kind of far forward, trying to get involved here. Barrage coming out, looks like it's not gonna connect. Panzer IV doing work for our for a German player here. Blasting all sorts of units here. Machine gun set up. He's gonna pin that Bazooka squad. Comes the Greyhound to help out. AT gun a little far forward, backing up now. Greyhound getting aggressive, right in the face of this heavy machine gun. Gonna take an AT shot for his trouble. Another barrage here. Hitting that 50 cal, maybe unpinning that squad. Is it a targeted? Ooh. Yeah, good choice getting out of there. Action all over the place. Action absolutely everywhere. AT gun for our German here. I think that's a good choice. Like I said, he should know that the Pershing is right around the corner. In fact, our US player can currently afford it. Maybe he's doing a no-tank challenge. Victory points currently being controlled by the German, but the US player has continued to do a good job this game of staying ahead. Sniper up to 17 kills here. The machine gun continuing to hold the middle. AT gun tried to get a shot on that scout on this Greyhound, but it's not going to happen. Panzer IV getting involved. Screening for his heavy machine gun there. Sniper still plinking away, it looks like. And he's up to 5 kills now. Let's pick up there. You know, what's amazing to me is that neither player has lost a squad yet. I mean, we saw our US player lose 2 Jeeps early. But, yeah, alright, there's the Pershing. Just called it in as well. There's just so much going on in this game. Ooh, barrage of the base. Got to get out of there, hopefully. Nice pickup. That's really important for our German player. Oh, no! Losing the scout to just the barrage there. Hopefully he's going to get out of here. Almost losing the captain. And that's brutal. I mean, that's the power of artillery, right? Is the attrition that you can do to your opponent by bombarding their base like that. Pershing has had enough of our US players' shenanigans, or German player shenanigans. Might go for the... Did get a good hit there. I don't think he's going for it. Oh, missing the shot. That's really, really bad. And that's a dead Pershing. That is a dead Pershing. Bouncing all the shells, but didn't matter in the end. Yeah, that was a little bit greedy. Oh, Greyhound going for it now. Looks like he's going to push here. I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound, right? Should have it. Nice. Now it's a dead Greyhound. So that was a Pershing and a Greyhound traded for a Wesp. From a resource perspective, that was absolutely awful for our US player. At the same time, he has 1 million resources because of how good he's done keeping his units alive. And it did give him enough of a distraction to pick up all 3 of these victory points here and be in a position to shut down the US player a little bit. Now, see, this is why I'm not sure about that dive, because our German player has already added on another artillery unit. So that's going to be tough. Well, that's going to be annoying to deal with. Okay, you know, I keep ragging on him for losing that Pershing, but I mean, he is dominant on map control for a minute there, and it was really, really devastating to our Germans' income there. Victory points there, I mean. We'll be seeing another Pershing in about 90 seconds. I think as soon as this thing's off cooldown, he's gonna call it in. Push on the right by the German player. Gonna take away all sorts of territory there. US player not in a place to respond. This player is taking the left. German seemingly has this center point pretty well locked down. Risky to try and get in there and take that point. Panzer IV really far forward on basically no health. Grenadiers trying to pick up that sniper, not going to happen. That sniper is Veteran C3, which is freaking scary. Panzer IV getting in here, getting hit by those bazookas, probably going to have to bail out. Heavy machine gun, trying to keep the point locked down. Sniper from our German picking away at that heavy machine gun. Fight breaking out on the right here as the US player comes in to take his territory back. Grenadiers delaying as long as they can. They are going to need to bail here. Veteran C3 on those Grenadiers, very nice. Pioneers, once again, just delaying, right? Just delaying as long as he can. Which is a good decision, you know, if you're going to lose a fight and you got reinforcements coming, delay, delay, delay. Gave his sniper time to rotate to this right side. Barrage is off, cooldown. Looks like the captain still wants to try to capture here, but he is going to be forced back. This player is going to come out ahead on fuel, but at this stage of the game, I'm not sure how much fuel matters. Pershing back on the field. Gonna absolutely wreck these Panzer Grenadiers, almost picking them up on the retreat. We have machine gun holding down this left side. Picking up the, did manage to get this heavy machine gun. I think that was a, yeah, satchel charge from our German player. Removing all the cover too is pretty nice. Cal gonna have to bail. Sniper helping out on this left side. What's it get at Vet 3? Wow, look at that range, dude. So it's got the plus 10 vision range. Can it just see? Look at that vision range. Holy. I think it's the scouts. Oh, and a flare. Cool. Pershing picking away these Grenadiers. Panzer IV on the hunt. Supported by the AT gun. Pershing's going to back up. And his own AT gun. Bazooka squad there ready to help out as well. And German's not going to force the issue there. US player continuing to be annoying on this right side. And this heavy machine gun, yeah, I was going to say that heavy machine gun has been clutch for our German player. Our US player did just clear it out. Sniper helping out here, picking away at that heavy machine gun. Pershing trying to keep the German back. Does look like he's going to pick up this victory point here. German player might be wanting to think about that right side victory point. He is. Another barrage coming in. Gonna wreck that 50 cal. 50 cal is gonna bounce. Engineer's taking the cutoff point. Might get it. He is gonna get it. He's gonna bail right after, probably. Nicely done. Pershing rolling in. AT gun setting up on these units. Pershing really feels like he wants a piece of that artillery unit, but those AT guns are ruthless. No bounces for our US player. That's unlucky for him. Nice decapture on the center point here, preventing significant DP loss. Scouts trying to help out. Smoke grenade going in, but not going to matter ultimately. Get hit by the Pershing on that Panzer IV. Barrage is continuing to come down here. This game is nuts. Both players in desperation mode. I love when the game gets to this stage where both players are laser focused on the victory points. US player's added on his final battle group call-in, which is this Black Dragon artillery barrage. Extremely effective. Could see him drop it somewhere like here and push into this point if he really wanted to. Grenadier is going to try and pick up this point here. Heavy machine gun. Looks like our US player stole the heavy machine gun from his opponent, which I absolutely love. More barrages here. Just making it so these 50 cals pretty much can't do a darn thing. Panzer Grenadier is going to bounce. And you know how I was saying earlier in this game that bazooka squads can capture? This is their, this is them coming in clutch, right? Giving him more capturing power in this ultra late game. Pershing almost picking up that Panzer IV. Might attack through the smoke. Might attack ground. Not gonna. Here comes the Black Dragon, I think. That's the Black Dragon. Did pick up that Panzer IV. It is the Black Dragon barrage here. Pershing pushing in, picking up that AT gun. That's freaking huge for our US player. He's going to capture... Oh, losing his captain to that barrage. That's brutal. He's still going to pick up the point, though. German player barraging back. Grenadiers securing the right. No units for our US player on the left. Pershing going to go stop this capture from happening. And Rifleman got a bounce without capturing. Oh, brutal retreat. Barely living. Looks like those Grenadiers want to hit a Panzerfaust here. That's not going to happen. Rifleman flanking here. Grenadiers got a bounce. Panzer Grenadiers shooting those Riflemen in the back. Where the heck did these Riflemen even come from? He's going to secure this point on the right. Heavy machine gun on the left. Very close game. We got a Panther coming in for our German player. I think that's just what he needs. Riflemen are going to secure that point and going to be uncontested. US player managing to secure the middle as well. Barrage on the left. Could be able to finish this capture. Getting unlucky with the barrage targeting. Surprised to see him retreat when he did. That's okay. He is taking out this middle. Nice from the bazooka squad moving in on that AT piece. Not going to get it. Artillery piece, that is. Grenadiers need to capture that point. German player bleeding pretty quickly here. US player even managing to capture the cutoff. Here comes the Panther. Not Pershing's Vet 3. How did he have time to plant a mine there? Oh, that was a German mine, I see. Pershing blasting those Grenadiers. AT gun Vet 3 gonna have to back up. Barrage in the middle to give some cover to his Grenadiers here. It's gonna work. Decal setting up. Probably gonna suppress. See if he's able to capture Rifleman on the left there. Panther helping out a little bit. And I haven't had time to talk about very much other than exactly what's happening on the screen. I want to just quickly say that I love the Panther in this game. I think it's really well balanced. It's got a little bit more anti-infantry capability than it did in the past, but it's very clearly dedicated anti-tank weapon these days. I just think it's in a good place. So, German player down to 10 points here, but does have victory point control. Sniper coming in. Oh my god, imagine capping with your sniper. That's how desperate the situation is. Pershing chasing down this Panther. AT gun setting up there. Vet 3 gonna lose it here, though. Panther bouncing off the front of that Pershing. That sucks. Good penetration on that shot. Pershing gonna have to back off. And Rifleman just absolutely wrecking these Grenadiers here. Pershing pushing in. We see a barrage from this west, maybe? Oh, one shot by the Pershing. That might be a dead Panther here as well. And I think with that, we're going to see the end of the game. Wow, what a great game. What a great game. It was close all the way to the end. You know, I mentioned it early in the game. Our U.S. player did a great job in that early game, controlling the victory points. He ticked down his opponent 150 points in the first, 10-15 minutes there. And, it made it so, the German had plenty of income, and he had everything that he wanted in terms of army composition. But, he found himself with 100 victory points to go, and he wasn't anywhere near ticking his opponent all the way down. So, well played to both players. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.